have you seen anything like that?
Righto, here we are, episode 5.5, 6.5, whatever it is. Who knows, but we're flying. Welcome back to the swing of it. We are chatting things golf, but Joel, you straight away, I'm handballing over to you.
Yeah, so I wanted to take it from the top. There was one thing I wanted to talk about, but I've had such a busy day, I kind of want to talk about that straight away.
Sure.
I've just come from the cut. There's a Pro-Am on it there at the moment. So anybody that doesn't know what a Pro-Am is, it's where 3 amateurs play with a professional.
Yep.
And they're playing it at the cut. It's actually a 2-day event. 1 day at the cut, 1 day at Secrets. I'm down there seeing all these professionals that I watch on TV, that sort of thing. Ran into Ryan Peake, the 2025 New Zealand Open winner. Mate, just an absolute legend. But like literally, you could be playing at the cut with Peaky. That's just what the benefits of playing a Pro-Am. So
how do you get into one of them?
I think there's a lot of sponsors that get into that sort of stuff.
Yeah, sponsor would get the first place, and then after that you would
Members?
Yeah, members, and then it's probably a way to enter. I've actually seen, but
I did see there was a few members down there, but then so playing with Peaky was, I think he's the GM at the cut and a big
couple of big dogs,
major sponsor. Yeah. So that was awesome. But the thing that I really want to talk about, and I think we can all agree, and I don't know how to deliver it, but I want to know why golf makes us so passionate and why golf has this little thing in our brain where the night before you play, it feels like the night before Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you know? Where you can leave the golf course in ecstasy. Like you're so happy. But if you have a bad round, you're not thinking good thoughts. It's horrible thoughts.
Horrible.
We create Instagram pages about it. We start a podcast about it. You've dedicated your working life to it.
Stupidly.
Yeah.
There's so many things. You could go on forever. People collect stuff. People spend thousands and thousands of dollars on new equipment. They buy, a Scotty Cameron head cover can cost $10,000. Is there
really?
It's wild, man. Yeah.
Wow.
I know the biggest Scotty Cameron collector in Australia.
Yeah. That would be actually good to see.
He's got, the biggest.
Is he in WA?
Yeah. He's one of these.
Let us come through for a look.
And
a peruse?
I haven't asked him, but I want to ask him. But yeah, he's the sort of bloke that's got like the really expensive Scotties that are in plastic and steel and never own. Yeah, he's one of them collectors.
Circle T's, all those ones.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
In research, they're like the most. They're like tour only.
Out of my league, mate.
Right.
It's obviously for you, but not me.
It's a great question.
It is because. Is there any other sport that's like this? People are dedicated and love their sports, but people change their lives to play golf.
And they do it forever as well. Like they start when they're 13 and they keep playing when they're in their 70s.
Yeah, when you first look at golf, if you're not a golfer, your first thought is like, it's an old person sport. But so is lawn bowls. People aren't ride or die like I'm going, like people aren't getting up all giddy in the morning to go throw the rocks down, are they?
We'll literally jeopardise our relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah. Correct. Like, can you be home at 4? No worries, you're home at 6:30.
Yeah.
Just constantly every single weekend.
Yeah, it's great. Like if I've got a day off, if it's a Sunday, I've played footy the day before, I'll get up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock and I'll have had a nice sleep in. And if you tell me to get up during the working week at 7 o'clock, I'm like, this is a drag. But if I'm playing golf at 6 and I need to be up at 4:30 to drive down to Mandurah to be there half an hour early, I'm bouncing out of bed.
Yep.
I'm doing a backflip out of the bed to get ready. And I'm almost going to sleep in my kit.
Have you ever felt like this? Like you know,
mate, all the time. Like when I was a kid, I remember like you clean your clubs the night before, mark your balls up. This is going to be the one tomorrow. I don't know what it is. Like that. I see when you give someone a lesson and they're a beginner and they hit that first good shot and they're like, and they look at their club and then I'm standing there going, well, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're about to spend your life savings now on golf. And I know.
You know the second moment.
Yeah.
I think, the only thing that I think could compare to it is maybe basketball. I don't know. People have like fantasy leagues or whatever and, ball is life and, they sleep with the basketball and, even through adulthood. But
soccer.
Once you get to like 35 and the bones start hurting, you're probably not playing. You're more just invested.
What I think it is you're always like, you're actually only one split second away from doing something that is just unbelievable. Like when you talk about football, when you talk about basketball, any other sport, compared to the elite level, you're just so far off it. Like there's no one, like I couldn't go out onto a basketball court and do what LeBron James does. No way. Never.
Yep.
But like I could feasibly go and hit a hole in one tomorrow.
Yep.
And like it only takes one connection, one shot out of the rough, one shot off the tee, one putt, where it's just the feeling of ecstasy is just off the charts. I don't think any other sport has that.
No. It's that stereotypical saying. It's like you haven't played well all day and you go on the 18th and you hit like your shot into 18 and it's a good shot and it's like, oh, that'll bring me back next week.
Exactly.
It's just like
that
that
only,
one.
all it is
that
one shot to bring you back.
Man. Out of 112 that you've had, it's just that one.
I think it's up to you as well. Like you don't have teammates. It's your fault if you play well. It's your fault if you play bad. So that's exciting.
And the handicapping system
gives everyone a chance.
Gives everyone a chance. You can play with anyone. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's just the best and the worst sport of all time.
It's a shit game.
I love it.
Really is. So do I.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk because I seen a post on Instagram and it was along those lines and I'm thinking I've never felt like this ever. Especially I played second round of club champs, had a good round, and I just left the golf course and I remember getting home and like looking at the kids and the dog and the wife and I was like, you know what? I'm happy.
How were the vows at your wedding? This is unbelievable.
I just shot 72 net, and you know what? I'm actually just really happy.
Life doesn't get better.
But if I'd shot like an 81 net, I'd come home, I'd kick the dog, punch the door, you know. It's just nothing's going right for me.
Nothing is going right. It's just one of the great, it's just the best game ever.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my little, my passionate little rant that I wanted.
There's no answer to it though.
There's
no answer.
There's no answer. Any answer is a good answer. No answer is a good answer.
But we get it.
But you get it. Like the idea of the golf bug, as soon as someone's got it, it's like, welcome
I saw a funny video
welcome
of
to the club.
A guy going to bed and he has a tea time the next day and he's pulling the covers over and he's like giggling, ready to go. I'm like, I know that feeling.
One thing my missus doesn't understand, she'll go, what time are you teeing off tomorrow? It's like, 7:54. Yeah. Why don't you just say 8 o'clock?
Because it's not 8.
It's not 8. Yeah, like don't
do that.
It's not.
I'll
8
be
o'clock.
late.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a shot penalty.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to buy the first round of beers. I'm late.
It's like when I book in this, because the thing about a round of golf, let's say you're playing on a Saturday, there's the lead up to that day. There's so many individual moments that get you excited. Booking the tee time. Perfect. When you realise, especially if you get a good spot. If you get a good spot, it's like, how good's this? Bang, I'm in.
Because nothing can change then.
Exactly. You're locked away.
You've got a certainty.
You've got a certainty you're in, and it's like, tick. Then, depending on how far out you've booked, you check the weather straight away, and it's like, the long-range forecast is looking good. I'm happy instantly. Then it might get 3 or 4 days out, you check what the wind's doing. It's a glass off.
Man.
Unbelievable. It's a glass off. How good's this? Then you check again a couple of days before, the weather's, it's still the same, perfect. The night before, there's no, is there rain forecast? No, there's not, perfect. You go to bed, you're thinking, I'm ready to go. You wake up the next morning, you got your clothes ready. What am I going to wear today? I'm going to wear my beautiful Wild Swing shirt, actually. Shout out to Wild Swing.
That is a
great hat.
You do look
An
fantastic.
unbelievable hat, by the way, and shirt. This is, we got a golf challenge at the back end of the year. I might see if they want to deck us out. But then you pick your clothes, you put your stuff on, you drive into the course, and if you're like me, the whole way there you're thinking, I'm having 50 points. I'm having 50 points. You get out.
50 points.
You get out, you're warming up, you step up the first, and the entire way from booking till the first tee shot is just euphoria. There is no better feeling than that stretch. And then it can all turn to rubbish.
Car
and
crash.
You can go.
Immediately.
But that period is just unbelievable.
Maybe that's another reason as well. It's just like the highs and lows of it. It's like, I won't say
it's
what I was
doing
just
drugs.
thinking. I won't say
It's like doing drugs. Honestly, I mean, I've
That's
never
still better than what I was going to say.
I've never been a drug addict.
But golf is close.
But golf is like the closest thing that I can think of to being addicted to something that goes because you go so high and then you just crash.
Yeah.
And then you need it again and again and again.
Yeah, I'll book myself in for that. Yeah, sounds
perfect.
great. Get my head smashed in and then pick myself up. Lovely.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's a great little start. Now, I also have brought something to the program. I don't listen back to BackChat a heap, but I listen to this and I've listened to every episode and I swear a bit too much, I think. So what I've decided to do is I've got myself a little swear jar.
Hey, okay.
So I'm going to, and I swear unconsciously and just sort of throw it out there. And so what I've decided to do is I don't know, maybe $2 a swear.
Yep.
That's generous.
Yeah.
Are we backtracking or are we just going from here?
No.
We can go on a nice little holiday.
I'm miles in the hole.
Christmas party's going to be unreal.
So it'll be a little swear jar here. I'm going to just keep it next to me, and we'll just add that up. Catch me out if I say anything silly, but that'll just sit there throughout. So we'll just
See, sometimes I reckon a swear is required. You know, it just really gets that
it has
point
to.
across.
Yeah, it has to.
man.
I reckon
Sometimes,
in terms back to the money, I think an S is $1, an F's maybe $2. I shouldn't drop a C, and if I do, you're in. That's
There'll be no
looking
C
at-
bombs. So
There'll be no
That's
C.
a $5.
Yeah.
That's
a
probably
note.
maybe even a 10.
Ooh, all right.
Going nice
Yeah.
with Bluey.
Footy must be going well.
I think it'll be a bluey, and we'll cut that out of the podcast because we don't want to have that associated. Anyway, that's just sitting there, so that'll go along. Anyone watch any of the golf on the weekend?
Lol.
No.
I seen the scores.
I saw the photo of him winning with his cowboy hat on. I was like, who wears a wide brim hat? What a knob.
Did you see the score breakdown?
Yeah.
61, 63, 66, 63.
Oh, my goodness.
Disgusting.
Like, what is that? Scotty.
So this is a good argument, right? I didn't watch any of it because I seen that he was after round 3, coming in the final round, he had like 6-shot lead. I'm like, well, he'll
it's
never
game
give
over.
that up. He won't give that up. I didn't watch the final round because of that reason. I knew that there'd be no competition whatsoever. He ended up winning by 9 or something.
Smoked it.
Yeah.
Isn't this what Tiger was like?
Yeah, but Scotty just did that, and some of the comments were like naming all the people that weren't playing, and I don't know if there's many from the top 20 that played in it. So it was just like he jumped in on a Saturday comp and killed it.
Yeah. Like Josh Giddey. Did you see that today? Anyone follow basketball? Josh Giddey was playing in Frankston.
Yeah.
Instead of Frankston Development League last night. That'd be like Scotty just jumping in a banana on the weekend.
Not saying that they're obviously amazing golfers.
Yes,
but
very good.
Scotty is
The best in the world.
Yeah. Like, you're not going to touch him. So, I mean, another win on the belt for him. And, yeah, it'll be interesting the next couple of majors because he was coming back from injury, won again.
Yep.
Now the majors get interesting with him and Rory. If he's back to full health, now Rory's got to earn it if he's going to win another one.
Yeah.
I love Scotty, but I just don't want him to win anything this year.
Did you watch have you watched any of him and Grant playing?
No.
Actually pretty cool guy. Comes across pretty cool. Very good.
I feel like he would be, but I just, you know.
He just loves Jesus and loves golf.
Yeah.
That's his whole personality.
Yeah.
It's golf and Jesus. And his family.
Yeah.
So,
I get in trouble for saying anything down that line. So
Well, anytime he makes a putt, he's like, oh, thank God, or something like that. And then he cops a bit of stuff in the comments.
Someone said, I stopped watching when you named Jesus. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, mate, come on.
Yeah, seriously.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, let's name another one of them. Thank Zeus or something. Let's start thinking Zeus.
I'm getting involved.
All right, okay. All right, let's move
Get
past
away
that.
from there.
Last week, so a couple of things from last week's episode. First things first, how's the project player going? You had a lesson with him on...
No, didn't rock up.
What?
No, he messaged me that night saying he was dead keen, and then basically said that it was going to push his luck to get there and then go on his honeymoon. But then he was going to be away for 6
straight
weeks.
to jar.
$2 straight away.
Yeah, there's going to be 6
Damn
weeks of nothing. So, yeah, I was like, that's fine. When he's back, we'll get
It's
it
good
going.
because he'll get a blank canvas. He won't play any golf for 6 weeks and he'll come back just fresh as anything.
That's the other thing about golf. It's amazing how quickly you forget the bad golf.
Yeah.
You give it a week or 6 weeks, he'll come back and be like, oh, yeah, I'm pretty good, I think.
Or a day. Wake up the next morning.
I went through a section where I didn't play. I played like one game, then had 3 months off, play one game, have 3 months off, and I shot like 38 points every time.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how like you just step away, you come back.
Well, it's weird that you think, I can do no practice and not even look at a golf club, but I feel like it's going to be beneficial for my golf.
Yep.
And it sometimes is. So that was last week. Didn't come to that. I'm looking forward to checking back in 6 weeks' time. I gave you both homework.
Yep. I watched it.
This is going to sound
watch it.
horrible,
I didn't
right?
watch
So
it.
I got like 15 minutes in, and I shouldn't have even started it because I knew their wife and kids were coming home.
Yeah,
just as soon as they get home, it's like I can't do anything I want to do. Turn it off.
Yeah.
Kids are like, just want to be kids. So
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
But hooked for that.
Yeah,
I was like,
unbelievable.
Yes. And I just want to dedicate like an hour just to sit down and watch the whole thing. No phone, no iPad, nothing. Just watch.
An hour's good because you can watch it in 44 minutes and then just decompress for 16 minutes, soak it in. What did you think?
Oh, it was amazing. Like I said last week when I started golf, that's what I was watching.
Yeah.
So that's every week. Him just dominating and being
For
like
anybody
that.
that doesn't know what we're talking about,
Oh,
Perfectionate
sorry.
Pebble.
Yeah.
Yes, Perfectionate Pebble is the name of the documentary. It's on YouTube.
Yep.
Goes for about 44 and a half minutes. It's Tiger Woods at the 2000 US Open, just ripping it to shreds.
Yeah. Just
in the best US Open. Was it the best US Open win of all time, statistically?
I
anyone got
think he
better?
tied the lowest score.
Yeah.
But the biggest margin, 13 shots, I think, saying it was, but didn't want to give it away unless you haven't seen it.
Spoiler alert. Happened
Spoiler.
25
I think you
years
figure
ago.
it out after the first
I won't
4 holes.
Yeah, it also happened 25 years ago, so you can just look it up.
Yeah, he's just ridiculous. It's a perfect US Open. Like there's weather after like 2 or 3 rounds,
Yep.
like it's windy, and he still dominates. Then he hits some like crazy shots where like the commentators aren't even seeing what he's seeing, and he
The
pulls it
shot
off.
over the tree, that tree has since been felled, I think.
Oh
I
god.
think lightning took it down. That tree on, what is it, 7?
Yep.
The one where it's the massive hill, he's in the rough, and he just puts a 7-iron on this thing from
200 yards. or
200
something like
yards away up a hill and like sticks it. This is not even a fair fight, I think was the quote. That is an incredible shot.
that. Even the caddy, without the golf balls in the bag,
yes.
which is actually it sounds like it was Tiger's fault. Tiger
Yeah.
took the balls out and putted, and then didn't put them back.
Didn't put him back in.
But yeah,
So for anyone who doesn't understand that, what is the rule there? So
you're out.
he's had so you've just watched it recently. He had 3 golf balls in his bag.
Yep. He
So teed off with 3.
no.
Oh.
I think he must have. Oh,
So
yeah, he
it
must
was
have had a couple.
weather
but-
delayed, so
Yeah.
it got dark. They had to delay it, and on round 2 or round 3, sorry, they had four holes left of round 3 that they had to play the next day.
Okay.
So he came back to the tee, the 14th tee or 15th tee, with he putted the night before, but
Yeah, that's
didn't put
right.
the balls back in the bag. So only had 3 balls in the bag.
Gave a ball to a kid.
Yep.
And then hits one in the water on 18.
Yeah.
And then that's when Steve puts his hand in the bag and realizes there's only one left.
Yeah,
And he
okay.
pulls out driver, and Steve couldn't say anything.
Yeah. 'cause
Didn't want to throw him off.
Because he said, "Oh, hit iron, get in play." Like Tiger was just like, "No, I'm doing that again."
Yeah.
Give me the driver.
And he just
So
roosted
if he
down the
loses
guts.
that, it's game over.
DQ.
You can't ask another person for a ball. You
No.
can't.
All done, And then probably.
What if would he have had 5 minutes to go down to the beach to try and find?
well, that's what they said. They're like they would have to go, but where it landed, like the waves were crashing. So
What if you
probably-
What if you found another ball?
No,
Can
it
you
has to
pick
be
the
all-
other ball up?
Oh, I don't know. Now you're asking me questions. I don't know that one, but I would have thought.
No, just say it with authority. and then-
This
Look,
is my
if
ball.
you found a
Tiger,
Pinnacle-
I'm pretty sure you're
Yeah.
playing Nikes. This is a Dunlop.
Well, we had to use a Nike. You'd have to use a Nike. That's the problem. You have to use the same brand number for a round in the when you play professional golf. You
So
can't
like-
start off with a Titleist and then after 9 holes go, "Oh, TaylorMade now."
Really?
No,
Well, there you
know
go.
that.
We all learn something new.
there you go.
Wow. So when on the weekend when I lost my TaylorMade and walked in and found a brand new Callaway and just
Yeah.
used that,
You're out.
I should have been DQ'd.
You're out. That was a rule. I don't know if that's ever changed, but you have to keep the same brand or number or something like down those lines. Someone will write a message and
Someone will
correct me.
call us out on
but I
that. Is
think
it
that's
true?
correct.
Is it true that when he flipped to where did he go? He went to TaylorMade, didn't he?
He is TaylorMade now.
He's TaylorMade now.
Yep.
But wasn't it the whole way along he was like using Pro V1s but just put Nike on
tick.
it?
I've heard that. Whether that's true, but that's something I heard. But he's
Wasn't
got
it
a Bridgestone ball now. He uses
Yeah.
a Bridgestone ball now. But yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was a Bridgestone ball, but then came to an agreement that he can put Nike on it,
he's something down there. There's something
which
else.
is
Something, yeah.
you know the chip that drops on the 16th.
Yeah, that's
and the
little-
Nike logo.
Oh,
I showed,
oh,
because
how good's that?
that's the in your life
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
start
yeah,
of this
yeah.
podcast. Fiona's like, my wife, she's like, I've heard that before. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's this
It's
video.
the-
She's like, how do you know that? I'm like, how do you
How
not
do you
know
not know that?
Yeah.
So my M had been sick last week, struggles to go to bed, loves white noise, and sometimes I hate white noise. So I often, if she's struggling, I'll just stay up and watch golf videos on my phone so that she can fall asleep to the sound and I'm just watching golf. And I found myself, she was sick last week. She's like, I can't go to bed. So I was like, sweet, perfect. I get to watch golf and put up top 20 major shots from Tiger Woods.
Oh,
And like,
very good.
but it was it was about 25 minutes because it gives you the lead up, the shot, the spot. And some of those shots
Yeah.
were just unbelievable. Like the shot that he hit I can't remember where it was, out of the bunker, 6-iron, over the water.
Oh, Canadian Open.
Like
Yep.
that was just ridiculous.
Yeah. Looks like it goes right.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
and then just like sticks to the corner of the green. The shot that he hit with a 3-iron with his feet out of the bunker, the ball's just under his feet. He picks this thing up over the trees. Like that's phenomenal. The big high cut that he hits out of the trap that then zips and
Yeah.
this
I've
is
seen
Tiger the artist. Like
I've seen so many people about that shot where he's got like the pink, the salmon-y looking colour.
Yeah.
And he hits that and then he doesn't make the putt coming back. And then so many people just going, he's just hit a bunker shot on the green and 2-putted. Like, what's so impressive? It's like, you don't. Yeah. Like, when you see comments like that, you just know that they're just trolls. There's no way that you could legitimately think there's nothing impressive about that. Like, that's a shot.
What the crazy thing is like if you were there in person, like the noise the club would have made, the ball flight, you don't get to see that on TV. But
that your ball.
if you play with a good player, like, and they hit a ball, anyone would go, whoa, what was that? Like, it just like a gun going off.
And it fizzes differently.
Yeah.
Like when they hit an iron shot and you can hear like it's just, it's really
like
cool.
a wedge from 50 out.
Yeah. Just 100 metres off the back of the green.
Pure leading edge, zero groove court.
Fizz.
A big smiley on the face of the ball.
The other one, like the shot on 16 where he's up against the fringe, or like he's sort of, the ball is in that sort of cut, the difference.
Yeah, leaning up against the longer.
It's like, I found myself, we'll get to the weekend's golf, I found myself in that position with a putter on the weekend, leaning up against some, and just blasted the piss out of it.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'll teach you some things.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Zone.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just, he was incredible. Found myself watching that.
No, I was going to say one thing.
Yep.
The part that like astonished me was when it was getting dark and he hit on the par 3.
Oh.
So it's getting dark. The siren hits his shot. The siren goes. So according to the rules, he can play out the hole, or he can just mark it, come back the next day.
Yeah.
And then he's talking about like he's got like 20 foot in the dark, like it's black, and the TVs have like obviously lightened it up to make it look better than it was.
Yeah.
And he was saying, "I'm going to putt it because I know what the greens are like. They're going to cut and roll this green tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to come back and I won't know." I was like,
different.
"That's very clever."
Yeah.
Like, how do you think of that, like then and there?
But the sheer tenacity to just be like, I'm going to putt this in the complete dark, like that's X factor.
And then
no question about that.
Knocks
Just
it
go
in
bang.
from 25 foot.
But he also, like, one of the
he knocked it in.
Yep.
Oh, my
we
Perfect
spoke,
pace.
yeah. We
Perfect
spoke
pace.
about it with we spoke about it last week in the Tiger Jack debate. But the thing, I don't know if it was his dad that said it, but like his dad used to make him practice until once it gets dark, you keep going until you lose the ball. And he said he played another 16 holes in the dark because he just went fairway, green, putter.
He knew, I've listened to that because he talks about he knew that it come out slightly out the toe, so he knew where it
exactly
would
where
be.
to go and find it.
that's
It's like, hey, mate,
crazy.
we're going to keep playing until you can't find the ball anymore.
Yeah.
And it took him 16 holes
Crazy.
to play in the dark. That's
And you know he would have been raging too.
Oh,
Like, he would have been
the
like,
old,
I want
I need to get to 18. Need to get to 18. Unbelievable. Any golf on the week throughout the week?
Mate, I got some golf. Does someone else want to go first? Because I don't want to.
I didn't play. I watch people play. I coach people. I changed lives.
Oh,
But I was
you
playing.
made me
What was
so
your best
mad.
life-changing story of the week?
Oh, I had a good one. A guy actually yesterday. I should have sent through the photo. Real bad posture. One of those ones where you hit it, just get him back to sort of normal, nothing crazy, and then you hit a couple out the middle, and then you just like turns around. You're like, goodbye, your life savings. Sorry to your missus and your kids because you're gone. You're going to play golf forever now. But I didn't play any golf. I'd love to, but I didn't play any golf.
You'd roll with it, mate. It sounds like we've got something big.
Well, it's nothing massive, but just in the scheme of things, it's pretty big. So second round of club champs, shot a net 72. Very happy. So a 73 to start and a 72.
Where does that put you?
I've had a look. I've had a look at where I'm sitting. So obviously gross. I'm never going to win gross.
No, that's fine.
No.
How far off from gross though? Have you checked?
17.
You checked. No, but like shots.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But we're not like the gross winner. What is that? What do they get? They don't
Club
win.
champ.
Well, they're
the actual club champ. Yeah, that's fine.
So
But you're
net's nothing, but I'm never going to win gross. So net's my
Net's
gross.
the thing. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sitting 17th gross, so a long way off. But I think it'd have to be something around 18 shots. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
If I've shot roughly 9 over, there's blokes shoot and scratch every day.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
but I'm sitting third in net by one shot.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
Which sounds unreal. And then this is where I was pretty happy with my round. But when I think about my round, now I'm gutted because I had 3 doubles, all from a metre or 2 metres off the green for what would be a reg. In heavy rough, can't get out of it. I double hit a chip and then I was on the slope. So then it just like rolled 20 metres back behind me.
So as in you double hit it in the same stroke?
Yeah.
Does that count as 2?
No,
Not anymore.
it doesn't. I know the rule.
Oh no.
Because I double hit way too many times to be considered normal. So I was literally like a metre and a half off the green, took pitch and wedge just to bump and run something up.
Yep.
decelled, hit it once, and then hit it with a hosel, and then it went backwards. Man, like it's an art. It's an actual art. So that was a double, and then I had a double on the last. Or if I parred the last, I break 80 and shoot a 79. 2 shots better than my handicap. Perfect. I'd be leading this thing. You know, but I can't dwell on that. I can't. You know, I just need to fix my chipping. But yeah, so club champs.
Yeah, that's easier said than done, though, isn't it?
Bunkers sorted, man.
Really?
Bunkers.
Well, it only took 5 years.
6.
You just avoided it. That's why it took so long.
Yeah. You got to face the demons head on, I think. Dive head first into the sand.
Yeah, I think.
Literally.
I think, so I'm going to have a couple of chipping sessions this week. Mm-hmm. But I know I'm only halfway, but it's a good start.
You got to be in it to win it. You've made the cut.
I've made the cut. Not only have I made the cut, I'm in the
final
group.
Do you now play with those guys?
No, only the gross do.
Okay, so net, you're all off whenever you want to, and then you come in and work it out.
Yeah. So this
not
week,
in the last round?
Not to shoot, not sure.
You should just message the bloke who's leading.
He messaged me last night.
And you should just be like, let's do it. Let's go. I'd love that. When is it? Not this week, next week?
Last group. I can't handle that. No,
Saturday. When is it? I'm going to buy that week. I'm going to buy that week. I might come caddy.
Do you want me to play with you? Because you play well when I play with you.
I get so stressed out, man. Like even thinking about it now, like, so Azza, the guy who messaged me last night, I just said to him, I was like,
shut up.
Either you win or I win, and the other person comes runner up, and we'll just have like 15 Guinness after. That's it. Like, I'm not competitive. Like, I look at him and go, I'm going to beat you. That's just not in me.
Yep.
Because no matter what I do, it's not going to dictate the round. It's whatever happens.
You don't have that gear.
Yeah. I haven't got the gear. I step up in the big occasions though.
Yeah. So so this week's coming up is round 3.
Round 3, yep.
And then next week's we're good to go.
Next week's
so we will have a recap.
Yeah.
And know where he's situated.
Yeah.
If you play well again this week and you're within striking distance, I think I might head down.
Would you rather be leading by 4 or be 2 back?
Yeah.
I'd like to say leading by 4, but I know that I'd gas it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like at least if I'm chasing, I feel like this is going to sound just pathetic, but it's like at least if I'm behind, it's like, well, you had to do a good job to win. When you win and you lose, it's like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
And I think that option sounds worse.
But you could be, like Molinari pooed everywhere that year because he had the big cat breathing down his neck. Yep. That could be you.
That could be as a.
Are you going to go out? Are you going to go out in Tiger Red?
You want me to go red?
Go red, black slacks, and just go. Imagine that would
Nike hat,
a statement.
Put a Nike tick on the ball.
Wear the white, the red turtleneck.
You reckon?
Really go for it.
No,
that would be incredible.
Yeah,
and then you go out there and shoot a 90 net and lose by 20 strokes.
Yeah. Because so as I'm standing on the last tee, I in my head, and this is how negative, like how bad a negative thought can be. I had 2 options. I par it and I break 80 off the black tees.
Perfect.
Lovely. How good, man. Yeah, on a par 5, gorgeous. But then I also said to myself, oh, well, even if I double this, I've shot my handicap.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. And it's like...
That's where the self-talk needs to come. I'm having 50 points today.
Yeah.
Par 5 is a good way to finish. That's a good thing about Quinlan. 2 par 5s to finish. You can stuff up a tee shot and there's more time to sort it out.
And if you really need to, you can find 2 eagles.
They're long, man.
If you're in the depths of
driver.
Do you want me to tell you how I played it?
Yes, please.
I'll rattle off very quickly.
No, don't be quick. Take your time.
Driver, pure. Second shot, caught a bit thin, caught the fairway bunker. Got 110 in. 100 in.
Oh, no,
But bunkers everywhere to land in. So
Did you lay up?
I tried to lay up. No, on my second shot.
So then laid up from 100.
No. So my third shot is I just attack.
Of course. Love that mindset.
Yeah. Attacked, caught this ball perfect because I just remember thinking you just have to, like a fairway bunker, ball first. Can't grab ball first, and I just got all of the club and it just landed on the back right of the green and rolled off into the heavy rough. I'm only about 1.5 meters off the green, but I've got about 1.5 meters of rough to get through. And
that's a prick to get through.
The last time I had a wedge in my hand, I double hit it and it rolled back down the hill like I was talking about. So I grabbed putter and I just got it out of the rough. And then I was so mad and I just walked straight up to the ball, hit it again, and then it was a 2-putt from there. So I had 4 from about 20 feet.
Can I suggest a club that you practice, like get your hybrid out?
Rescue
I
off the festive.
I don't even think that would have got it out. It was like sat down in
okay.
rough. Yeah.
What do you do? Like, you have to take a wedge at that, don't you?
You do, but like a lot of people would get, like you've seen it where they get a 5-wood or a hybrid where it's got a bit of an arse on it and it can sort of glide through it.
But I reckon what would have happened is it would have glided over the top of the ball.
and
Is
just
that
tinked
bad?
it.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't horrible, but it was. I like. This is so sad. I tried to like dig it out with a putter. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to come in steep.
Yeah.
I know, man. That's where I'm at.
Give it a crack when you're practicing. I noticed, did he warm up before as well?
Yeah. How'd you go? Did you warm up?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I stole balls off Koshi.
So you hit 12 balls to warm up.
12 balls. Yeah,
You had 2 Guinnesses
had
still?
a chip. No, I haven't had a beer for 2 weeks now. I know.
Well, obviously taking the champ seriously.
Very much.
God,
the
if you
club
win
champ.
it, to give it a nudge.
Oh, yeah, if you win it,
If I
all
win
bets,
it,
all
mate,
bets are off.
If I don't get arrested, I didn't celebrate hard
Yeah,
enough.
all bets are off. All bets
like,
are off if you win it.
If I won it, mate, you will be, and
It'll be
live,
that.
live,
Get the dash cam footage like Tiger.
live podcast. We're going live.
Live from the 18th green, sitting in one of the bunkers. Oh, shitters.
That's
a good
exciting
round.
though.
So that's where I'm at with club champs.
Nice.
See, I've got so much to talk about. I don't want to hog the mic though.
There you go.
Handicap's dropped, man. I'm 7.8 or something now.
What?
A couple of good rounds in a black tea stroke.
Yeah, that's nice.
That'll do
I've
it,
gone the opposite way.
You
So
played though, didn't you?
I did play on the weekend. So my last, actually, I'll get my handicap up, but I've gone from a 9.1 in the last 2 rounds to a 10.5, which is devastating. But because I had 2 of like my 2 best flag rounds come out, it killed me.
Yeah.
I had a 38 and a 43 pointer come out.
Oh, that hurts.
So my best ever score, I think, was 76 off the beater, and I had adjusted 75. So I wiped and still had a 43 this day. And so that goes out. The previous round was 36 at Cape Shank. That goes out. So I've gone from 9.1 to 10.5.
That hurts. That's got to hurt the soul a bit, doesn't it?
It definitely does.
Did you know that teeing off? Were you like,
Yeah,
there's a 43 about to come off? That's worse.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
a bad way
I
to
know.
go into a game.
But I also because the rounds before, or my last 6 or 7 rounds have been 32, 30, 35, 32, 35, 33, 34. So I'm not breaking 36, but I'm playing okay. So I feel like it's actually not a bad result. That
You'll
now
maintain.
now that I've got a couple extra shots.
Yeah.
Anyway, I played Joondalup on the weekend. Exceptionally nice course. So played Dunes and Lakes.
not
did we
the
play?
quarry.
Yeah, disappointing. But we went. Did we go Dunes first? Yeah, we went Dunes first. Now, one thing, obviously, if Joondalup would like to sponsor this, sensational. $183 for a round of golf in a cart's exorbitant. Wow, it just seems like a lot. Doesn't it?
$183, cart, 18 holes, anything else? A beer, a burger?
Nothing.
Really?
If it comes with range balls and lunch afterwards, sweet.
What day?
Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday morning. That's
It's hard because since traveling to interstate even, like I've noticed how expensive it is over there. Like they charge
When you can
normally.
play a round of golf over here for $60, or let's call it 75 with a cart, or $80 with a cart, man, we are spoiled. So when you see prices like Joondalup, unfortunately, that is where it's
just
heading.
the nature of it, yeah. But like, I wrestle with it because I go there. I'll probably play there 4 times a year, so once a quarter. I'm happy to spend that because it is such a nice track.
Yeah.
Like it's perfectly maintained. It's in really good condition. We got around in 4 and a bit hours. Like it's really good. So
Voted 11th in the
in the
public
state?
access
In the country.
of Australia. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't argue with it. It's really, really nice. Anyway, went out there, and so I've told you about the format that I play with my family and friends.
The
The Mick Apply, we
yes.
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But-
666.
Yep.
So it was Andrew and a mate of ours, Chook, and then me and a mate of mine, Minnie. We headed out, and I obviously go in with the mindset of I'm having 50 points, and I started like a German band. Driver, chief straight down the middle, pitching wedge from 120, stuck it to about 10 foot, and just rolled this big bender putt for a 3 or 4. I'm thinking, how good's this? I reckon I text you.
4.
Never birdie the first.
A 3 or 4. Next hole was a par 4. Hooked my chief, hit a tree, middle of the fairway. I thought, it's my
your
day.
day.
It's my day. Hit this 8 iron that went just off to the right, was in the rough, took my putter, put it to meter you away, knocked the putt in for a 4 or 3. So I'm 7 points through 2. I think I text you saying, by the way, I'm 1 under through 2. Yeah. So I did go the early crow, and the crow did willpower in the end. But we're 2 up in this format. We then lose 6 in a row.
Oh.
So we've just gone downhill. But it wasn't necessarily we were playing bad. The other two just played really well. So we turned in, I think we worked one back. So we won the first two, lost 6 in a row, won the next one. So we were 3 back at the turn going in. So we had 3 more addition holes. I think I turned in 17 points. Andrew and Charlie, 18 and 19. Minnie was 12. So he wasn't playing great. He caught fire in the back 9, though. The next 3 holes, we win one, we half one, and then we lose one. So going into the multiplication, which is where you can win or lose it, it's all up there to be grabs with 3 back. The 13th hole of the day was a par 5 on the Lakes course. So it's straight up, and then the green has a look at the water at the back, you can see the ocean views. Mm-hmm. They have the honours. Both of them just blasted up the middle. Minnie hits his drive, blasted up the middle. I've got the weight of the world on my shoulders with 3 back with 6 to play, and I have just hooked this thing left into the trees, dust. I don't get a shot on the hole. Minnie gets a shot, the other 2 don't. So they're almost celebrating. It's 4 and 5. It's just about done. Yep. I've gone in, found my ball. I have to hit a flop shot with a 60, no other option. I'm in and amongst these rocks. I can take an unplayable, but I'll lose the hole. Have to hit a flop shot with a 60 degree above this bush, out back onto the fairway, lateral, came off. Perfect. Just beautiful.
Just to get it back in play.
And somehow that worked. I then took my hybrid and hit it, and it was just drifting right. I thought, I know that's going to be okay. It had worked too far right that it was under this leaning bush, like a line of bushes. So I can still see it. It's not got any bush affecting the actual ball, but there is 6 inches of bush in my face and on my shoulders. So I've got a 7-iron from 155. I've got the club here. I've got bush in my face and on my shoulders. I can't actually see the ball, but I know where it is. And I just think, okay, I have to hit this. This is Minnie's near the green. Andrew and Charlie are left. And I was like, I just have to hit this well. And it has to find. I've just got to swing properly, commit to the shot, scratching all over my face, and just clip this thing perfectly. Nice, big, high fade, comes in just in the trap, rolls in the bunker. So I've got to go up and down there for a point. Minnie puts his on the green, Andrew and Charlie on the green. So they're all putting for birdie. The other 2 don't get shots. Minnie does. I go out of the trap and leave it dismally short. I'm like metre the wall away. I've got a 20-footer. Charlie and Andrew leave theirs, 1 short, 1 goes real long. Minnie puts his close, taps in for a 5 or 3. I have I've seen the line, and I just had to hit this thing, and it's just gone all the way, never looked like missing, dropped in. We've jumped in the air celebrating. All of a sudden, there's a bit more chicken on the bone for these 2. Yeah. Andrew steps up, misses his, so he taps in for a 6 or 1. Charlie has a 5 or 2. We win the hole. Oh. So it's a 2-shot swing because they thought they'd won it, and all of a sudden we've gone from being staring down the barrel of 4 back with 5 to play. Now we're 2 back with 5 to play. We win the next one. We're 1 back with 4 to play. We get to the next green, and Andrew misses a putt. So we're all of a sudden square with 3 to play. And it's just, we're putting the pressure on them. We're getting in their face. I have, again, top hooked my driver. And so I'm just about dead. Have to hack it out, then lose the next one. So I'm nowhere. Andrew has middle of the fairway, hossled his, just hit the hosel of the club, lost it. They've somehow wiped it, so we've somehow halved the hole.
Because if someone wipes it, it doesn't matter what the other 2 have. 3
times a 0 is a 0.
Yeah.
So we've somehow halved the hole. Gets to the 17th, which is the 8th. Par 3, wind in the face, 160 metres. Tough hole, dead left, out of bounds left. Yeah. Tough on the right, this egg, sort of like kidney bean looking green. I've hit the best tee shot of my life. Honestly thought it was going in the hole. Just this beautiful high draw, never looked like missing the pin, landed like 1.5 metres. All the other 3 lose their ball.
Oh, brilliant, man.
But they all get a shot. Everyone gets a shot. Minnie puts his one on the green. They go left. So Andrew's lost his 2 off the tee. Charlie's lost his as well. So Minnie just had to get 2 putts. Gets 2 putts. We half the hole, 5 or 1. I knock mine in for miss my birdie, 3 or 3. We win. We're 1 up with 2 to play. 1 up with 1 to play. We go down 18. There's water on the left. Minnie and Charlie. Cracking finishing hole. 2 of them both go in the water, but he gets a shot and the other one doesn't. So we somehow get out and win. We've won 5 of the last 6 holes to turn it around.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there having a beer and a Palmer at the end of the round, free as a bird, thinking this is just quite simply the greatest victory that I've ever had. I have not.
Big chase.
There hasn't been a turnaround like that in that format in the history of existence.
Your score, like your overall score, wouldn't matter. It would be more.
I had
like
35
what was
points,
going on.
and I probably could have had 36 out there, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
You won the match.
I won them. It was just, it was just, I'm still reeling from how good it was. And they were devastated. They got off the ground, they got off the green and said, how has that happened?
Yep.
How have we just lost that? We should have been 4 up with 5 to
into
play.
the bush.
Yeah, losing your ball, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
help.
Snap hook,
That place can chew you apart, can't
it
it?
can. Absolutely, it can.
If you just, it goes without saying, if you keep it in play, you're laughing, but it can just,
It can turn real quick
Yeah.
and you can be in a world of hurt.
you don't want to play stroke there, I don't think.
No. And like it was blues, but they were putting us off the very back
Yeah.
every time. So it was brutally difficult. The wind was great, didn't really hurt too much except for late it started blowing. But like it was just, I saw something the other day, someone sent it to me. I've stopped count, and it was like this guy who quoted, I've stopped counting my scores or like my handicap per round. I'm just now focusing on my match play results throughout the year. So he's like, it's the start of March and I'm 27-2.
Oh,
Instead of like my handicap's not an 8.6. Who cares about my handicap?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
27-2 in match
Yeah,
play.
right. Okay.
we're just, Pennant season starts soon. Are you will you
No,
play
I
Pennant?
can't. I got
See, that's a whole thing, because I probably won't play Saturdays anymore. I'll just be playing Pennants.
You like it?
I hate match play. I hate how stressful it is. But there's nothing better than winning.
It's the best.
It's just like when I lose, I'm like, whatever. It's just a game. When I win, it's like,
Yeah, you're on. What's your what's your pennant setup?
How do you mean?
Where you
As
playing?
in, where are you playing?
Oh,
What's
so I believe we haven't been. I've been
division
selected.
are you in?
I'll be in Div 6. We actually have huge, like our Div 2 team is really strong, and then it filters all the way through. So I was Div 5 last year, and my handicap's lower this year, but I'll be Div 6. And then we've got,
Been dropped.
yeah,
Wow. How does it work? So how many people? How many pennant players do Kwinana have?
I think there's 6 per side. Is that how it works? I think it was 7 last
Changes
year.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it's 6 per Div team.
Yep.
Each club can have multiple divisions.
Is it anyone? If you sign up, are you automatically playing, or do you
No.
do you have
So-
to like make the side?
Yeah, so we've been doing training on a Thursday. So
That's awesome.
I love it. I actually really do
That
like
is
it because there's, like games set up, all match play type scenarios. And then I received an email the other day saying I've been selected.
Congrats, mate.
Yeah,
Well done. Yeah,
thank you.
That's huge.
I think everyone got selected.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a
Yeah,
deal.
that sounds pretty big.
But yeah, so I believe I'll be in Div 6.
What's the club kit?
I don't know what this year, changed every year. Last year we had a
Bintang singlet?
navy blue. Hey?
Bintang singlet.
Yeah. Well,
That would be intimidating.
I could put it
Imagine
forward.
rocking up like that.
Well, people sort of already expect
Bintang
that from
singlets
Kwinana
backwards.
anyways. but-
Is your emblem the goose? Because I remember the last time I played there was just a gaggle of geese on. I think
Oh
maybe
yeah,
the
on 16,
Yeah.
they hang around there a fair bit.
enormous bastards. Those
It's like
things.
a crest type thing with a boat, I think, for the Kwinana.
Checks out.
Yeah. So navy blue last year, which is really nice. Grey pants.
Nice.
Pants.
Not a fan of pants. Hate pants, actually.
I'd prefer to play in shorts.
But yeah, so what was it? I can't even remember what I was saying. But yeah, Pennant.
You stopped listening.
Pennants-
Yeah, I gave up
You
listening.
did 6.
Yeah,
When
Div
does it?
6.
And that starts.
Great question.
Perfect.
A what,
Still
long
riding
while-
the highs.
yeah, it's like a
still
couple of months
riding the
away.
highs of winning and
Oh, it's
getting
early
selected.
training then. That's pre-season.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think to really try and maybe people didn't make the selection team. I'm not too sure. But today at the cut when I was filming, there's a bunch of amateurs there and stuff. One bloke in a Vines shirt or the Vines yells out, "What divvy are you in?" I was like, I think I'm in divvy 6. He goes, "I'll see you later in the year." It's like great. Yeah.
Perfect.
I
Very
got
good.
heckled a fair bit today actually at the cut. It was funny.
You should heckle in pennants.
That's why I don't like Pennants, because it's so serious.
I love tennis. Did you ever play it?
No, I never
Oh,
did
man.
because footy was obviously clashing, and I'd love to. I think when I finish playing footy, I might get into it.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think I can stop playing competitive sport.
It's the only time you're in a team as well with
Yeah.
golf, really, and it's unreal. It's probably changed a lot since I played it, but I remember being junior and the juniors played where it used to be A grade, B grade, and juniors, and you'd all go to the same. Yeah, and your juniors would play, and once your game was finished, you would run over to see how the top team was going, and you'd watch them come in, and they would always get fired up and big fist pumps, and it was unreal to be. And then you have big dinner, you had to put a suit on and a tie, and you just
Nice.
sit on a school
I'd take
night.
every game like the Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
and I'd
it
just
would
be
feel
going
like that.
It's
Yeah,
similar, like a couple of times. So I was either last or second last to tee off in the things. And
Save the best till last. Is that what Pennant is?
it is kind of how it works, yeah. So I was either last or second last, or even sometimes the match behind me would finish, so you could potentially be the last person still playing. And I hated it because then everyone else from your team would come and watch you.
I'm watching, yeah.
But every time it happened, I played well and performed well.
Find a way to step up in those moments.
Something crazy about it. Like I normally buckle under pressure, but when it's like actual pressure, I seem to just step
Rise
up.
to the occasion.
It's real weird, like the blitz,
I caddied. I used to live with Wade McIntosh, who was played Pennant and Cott, and I caddied for him a couple of rounds. And like it was so much fun. He was, I don't know if it worked that people would stack, because like every match is worth a point, and is it not stacked?
You can, people mess around with it.
Yeah, so it's you don't have more weight given for the best.
You want to have a good player to finish.
Yeah, but
pressure.
It's like, it's because they're all worth 1 point. Like this team was sort of mixing things up a little bit. Anyway, Wade was the last pairing, and it was like his 2-iron was just sizzling all day. So I was just giving it to him at every tee, and he was just moosing this thing down the middle. And it came down to, I think he was one up. No, he was one back with 3 to play, won the 16th, square with 2 to play, and like put this, I think it was where were we playing? I think he was at Karen Up playing, I can't remember who he was playing, but put this thing to like 3 meters and hit this putt, goes one up, then just he hits his 2-iron down the middle, and you saw the other guy just capitulate. Because he was up, and then it was like, oh, I've lost that. Now I'm getting nervous. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, he's just nailed this putt. He had a birdie. Because birdies in match play, it's just tough to match. And like, I watched this kid in 3 holes just go from right in the highs to just, oh, I'm nervous, I'm broken. And now as soon as he hit that 2-iron down the middle, it was like, I'm done.
Can't do anything about it.
It was awesome.
Don't you have a nickname from?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't. We don't have time. Did we run out of time?
No, we've got loads of time. I've still got a couple of things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, go for it. 007? What's that?
I played one A-grade season and I lost every game. And I got nicknamed 007.
Perfect.
That's so good.
My nickname at my golf club was Kramer and 007.
Perfect.
I don't go there much anymore.
I've seen a couple of. I like these hypotheticals.
I love them. So do I.
And I see them all the time on Instagram. And I've seen this. I don't know who it was from, but it's a very good question. Would you rather 500,000 right now?
Yep.
Or 2 attempts to hit a green from 135 meters for $5 million?
How big's the green? What green are we talking?
I knew you were going to ask me. So I thought of a green that's tough to hit, and it plays about 135. The third at Quarry, Joondalup.
Oh my goodness me. Over the Quarry too.
You've got 2 attempts. If you land on, $5 million, or I give you a cheeky 500 now.
What's the wind doing? Nothing?
I'll say slightly off the left.
Oh, fade wind. Hang on.
Slightly off the left, but only enough to blow it. Like if you hit a dead straight ball, it's going to blow it like 2 meters. So not much.
Have I played the first 2 holes?
No, you're raw
there.
You're raw dogging it.
I'm taking the 500. I should back myself in, but my wife would kill me.
Yeah, see.
Like 500 grand is a lot of money.
Oh, it's life changing.
5 million is
5
also,
million is
like your player money. Yeah, player.
So here's my thought: 500, and I'm like buy a house, and I'm sort of set for I'm set for the next 10 years. 5 million, I'm retiring and playing golf every day.
Yeah. Or
give me the 2
shots.
Give me the 2 shots. Give me the 2 shots. I'm taking the 2 shots.
Really?
I think I'm taking the 2 shots.
Yep.
I think I'm going for it. That green's big enough that if I miss left, I'll just aim a little bit more right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I have a good segue into hypothetical. I want to talk about golf brands.
Yes.
And my first question would be, if you could set your bag up with, it didn't matter who it was, you weren't sponsored by anyone, you just got...
if they do want to
sponsor, but if you just put any brand or anything in your bag, what would you go with? It can mix it up, but what would you put, like from putter irons into your woods, what would you go with?
I would probably go Vokey wedges.
Yep.
I just think they look like, and I'd have them blacked out too. I love the look of a black.
Does it not bother you when it gets the wear on them and it starts to grey off? And
nah,
no,
because I get
looks good in the bag.
It looks really good in the bag, and if this is the setup, I can just replace them at will. So I would do that. Probably, I'd have TaylorMade irons. I think maybe the P770s. Andrew just got a new set of them, and they look So nice.
They are nice.
They're just so, have you got a
I got a mix, but yeah, I got 770s for like the higher up, the
they're
longer
so
clubs.
schmick, and I just think they look exceptional. I would probably go. Oh, we get a choice of everything. So, Stan, one of my mates, has got this Mizuno 2-iron, the driving 2-iron, that is just like it just looks a class above. So I'd probably take that.
Yep.
Putter, I'd have to go. I think I'd go a Scotty Cameron.
Yep.
I just think they look really good. The Phantom one with the back,
Oh, a big one.
the big one. I just think that looks really cool.
Hey,
All right.
sure.
I am a blade
You've
guy.
got all the options.
Yeah.
That's
I am a
the
blade guy. And then
Having second thoughts here.
for my driver setup, it just for the sheer look of it, the old Nike Coverts with like the concave back, the red top. I just think that looks sick, and I love Nike clubs.
That's like
Yeah,
10 years ago.
years ago. I've still got the 3. I've still got the hybrid.
oh god.
What are you doing?
I'd probably like obviously get stuff from TaylorMade, but one brand that I would say that for those playing at home that you should look at, and I think is highly underrated, is Strixon.
Yeah,
Strixon. Every time I give a lesson to a guy that has Strixon irons, I'll hit one, and it just is like looks unreal. It's butter, and I feel like it's like $1,000 cheaper than everyone else.
yeah, they are. They're entry level, but
So
really good.
And then I think they're tied with Cleveland, and then Cleveland are pretty much the original wedge makers, and everyone's probably copied them.
My first 60 degree was a Cleveland.
Everyone
Loved it.
was. Like
Loved it.
you find everyone had a Cleveland at some point because they were just the way to go. And again, price point, cheap as for compared to everything else. But TaylorMade does well for me.
Of course they do. They're the best.
I've only ever owned TaylorMade stuff.
Oh,
I have.
your first set.
The first set that I bought, mate, was from the neighbour across the road, $150 for
Oh, Callaway, that's right.
no. TaylorMade. They were green. They had an acronym. I can't remember. I should.
RX something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I bought them off him for $150. Sold them, made profit off them. Like, no. I sold them like 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, I made like a cheeky $150 off it, mate.
Awesome.
Price of golf clubs are going up through the roof.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's what it is, the tariffs.
and I've owned a Wilson putter, and it was like it had the back on it and all that sort of stuff. Other than that, I've bought Callaway irons, and then other than that, I've just owned TaylorMade. I love. There's something about TaylorMade. Like I actually am like a proper fanboy of it. I've always liked it. When I look at the logo, I think that's the logo that I like better than every other logo.
Yeah, that's fair. There's something to say about that.
As far as performance goes, it doesn't matter what's in my hand. It's not going to,
Yeah, see, I think if I'm looking at a logo, the Nike logo just screams at me just as awesome. But yeah, TaylorMade is a really nice looking logo.
But
the Titleist, what is it, the DB9? Is that the DS9 or something? I don't know.
What, now?
Nah, it's an old one I used to have, just a blacked out
So they all
Titleist
look the
driving.
same to me,
DC
that thing.
D,
something.
who cares?
Yeah.
But it was real. That looked cool.
Yep.
I just couldn't hit it to save my own life.
But the Vokey wedges as well, like you were talking about.
That
So
were good.
because my short game was that bad, I actually just sold my wedges and didn't have wedges in the bag. I was like, well, I can't use them. There's no point owning them.
True.
So for like 5 weeks, I didn't have wedges and nicked the Vokey RT.
No, Cleveland's.
Cleveland, sorry,
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
RTX or something, rusted out. I stole them from the Joel Landers, a pro at Kwinana.
Yeah.
Took them straight out of his bag. He said, I don't use them anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
Probably the best I've ever chipped.
Yeah.
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 And it was a toss up between them because they are super cheap. It's like $150 a wedge or something. Go to golf.
I think
Box. Check them out.
90% of it for me is like I've got to put it on the ground. And I'm like, cool.
Feel it.
Yeah. I was like, that looks good. Like, even if you got completely fitted out, but I put it down on the ground, and it's like this big offset moose looking thing, I'd be like, oh, even though that might be perfect
don't
for
like
me, I don't reckon I'll swing
What
it
was
well.
your first set of golf clubs? Do you remember your first
Snake
set?
eyes. Yeah.
Whoa,
I'm old, man. Snake
I
eyes.
want to find the name of these
What are
TaylorMade.
those?
They don't know if they're around. They might be, but they're called snake eyes. They were, the pro had them, and I bought them off him. And yeah.
I had Ben Hogan's,
Oh, yeah, they were a good brand.
like the
Very good
old,
brand.
like the very entry level, like
Yep.
here's how to play. Have you
That
Ben
just
Hogan's?
disappeared. I thought it went quite well.
No, I think it has just gone. And then my second set of golf clubs, I said this before, were my Ryan Ruffles, his old Titleist blade set. Thought I was the best player ever.
Yeah.
And just went completely the other way that I should have gone.
RBZs.
RBZ,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah,
right.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
And that was your first set?
That was the first set. Yeah, bought them off the neighbour across the road.
Awesome.
I'd like hide clubs and that sort of thing. But yeah, bought them, then upgraded, and then gave them to the father-in-law, and he's just had them this whole time sitting in the shed.
Yeah.
And then he got my old set of Callaways when I got these tailor-made ones, and he just uses them.
That's what I think. Like, my mum's just got into golf, and I said to her when she was asking what clubs to get, I just said, you put the ego in the bag. Doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, TaylorMade and Titleist are like the name brands. But I went and bought a TV the other day, me and Em, and the guy was like, do you care about the brand? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, cool, because the Sony's worth $1,800, but this TCL does the exact same thing and it's $1,200. So I was like, sweet, I'll have that. But the same thing goes with golf clubs. If you're just getting into golf, you don't have to go straight away to get the best stuff. Like Shrixon, as you said, are really good. Callaway do really good entry stuff.
I'm a big fan of Marketplace.
Yeah, Marketplace is unbelievable. And like you can find everything on there.
The one thing that I do, you do the odd club fit and you'll get like probably an older boy playing off 12 who still has like a semi cavity black 7-iron's only going like 110, 120 now. Yeah. And then you're like, and I do it sometimes. I go grab like a big ping, big chunky thing, graphite shaft, give it to him, 25 meters further, straight, high, everything he's working his ass off to do. And then the comment, oh, I can't shape it. And that frustrates the crap out of me.
Can't shape
it's
it.
like,
You
just
can't
hit
shape
it
it
straight,
anyway.
mate. Like you're shaping it out of bounds right. That's like, just hit it straight.
You need to be able to like swing it around this tree if it ends up being in front of me. No,
you got to
just hit
shape it because you've buggered up a shot.
Yeah, you've only pissed it.
What
into
if we
the
don't bugger up the first shot? We're down the middle and
It's
make
so-
it easy.
You talk about like, you know, and I just said as well, like any club, like just start whatever. But I don't think you can underestimate, and then this is where you would come into this, getting fitted. I think
I've never been fitted
I think that's
for irons. I've only ever been fitted for a driver.
game changer, man. I really think that. And my father-in-law is probably that scenario that you're just talking about. He's just, well, for one, he's hitting my old Callaway stiff shaft iron. He's 67. You know, he shouldn't be hitting them. So he's going to book in at Perth Golf Centre, get fitted.
Yeah. I should definitely do that, I think.
I think you should. I think
when we get big
everyone
enough
should.
and it might come our way, then then I'll do it. Until then, I'll just stick with mine.
Yeah, like,
fine.
but it's just obviously got to put your pride away, go in there without like any expectations, but then don't also walk out with a set of blades. Don't get fitted for that because they look good. Because yes, they do, but 3 rounds in, you will regret it.
Oh, I know a guy that got the Ricky Fowlers, who's off like 16,
and he stopped using them.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
because he
these
plays
things
the
are like
butters, hey.
they're like the size of a 50-cent piece.
No offset or something. It's just crazy.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, Andrew did that the other day. Went and got fitted for new clubs and came to the driver and he was like, mate, I literally don't care what this brand. He ends up going with a Ping, but he's like, I just couldn't care less. Just give me whatever club I hit the best. Almost like wrap it up in black texture so you can't see what the face is.
I can't. I don't know how people do that.
Really?
When I got fitted for my driver his first driver over, it's when I broke into singles. I was like, you know what? You can go and buy a brand new driver. Well done, Joel.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I said, I want the Sim 2 Max head fit me for a shaft. Because I'd heard blokes on the range hitting that. And
Sounded
even
good,
to this
didn't
day, I think that's the best sounding golf club that I've
really
heard.
nice,
It's like a thud, but like a good compaction thud. It's like you hear it and it's like,
Yeah. But anyway, he walked in and just said, give me the best club for me. I don't care what it is.
The hard thing too is like you could fit someone, but you're like watching the swing. You're like, your clubs could be good. You could just make a couple of swing changes, and they'd be fine for you. You could save yourself $3,000 or whatever. And then you're like, now do you fit it to this golf swing, or is he going to go get lessons and change this over the top cut?
Let's say for me, if I'm going to go get fitted at some point, let's say from now in 6 months' time, I'm going to go get fitted. How many lessons should I have before then?
Not even Joel was probably on the right track when I say to people, it's like, okay, you got these irons.
Yep.
You can get a driver when your handicap goes from 25 to 18 because obviously you're swinging it better.
Yep.
You're trending, and that's the swing that's what you want to get fitted to.
Yep.
If you get it fitted to your 25 and then you get it better and your shaft's now too weak, like,
so I'm
and
off
setting
10.5
goals.
now. When should I get fitted?
Are you going to be playing more golf?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be playing consistently once a week for the next
what have you got? Like, don't you have a new driver anyway?
I have a new driver, but that wasn't fitted to me. That was just given to me as a replacement.
see, that's where you're 100%, like those driver heads, they're all good. You just go and get fitted for a shaft.
Yeah.
Surely.
So
I think you smack. Like your swing looks all right. And it's not going to slow down. I'd go. More you play, the quicker you're going to swing it. As your body loosens up.
Yep.
Playing more golf, but yeah, you could go do it now for a driver shaft. What have you got in it?
Couldn't tell you with any certainty.
All right.
Couldn't tell you with any certainty what I've got.
Good
I've got
segment.
what it was, RB 9s or something. I drive my irons. Is that check out RZ 9s? Something like that. These old TaylorMade ones. They're my uncle's old clubs.
Yeah, you probably need irons before you worry about a driver.
Yeah,
because you're gonna start playing safe and keep it in play.
Actually, shivers. I didn't say yes. Notice how I just said shivers because I got the thing there.
Well done,
well
actually.
done.
Yeah, that's great control.
I put the dot.
Did you?
I put the dot there, and my thought was just like swing easy at it.
Yep.
It didn't work sometimes because I was
Birdie the
frustrated.
first. What are you talking about?
But like, yeah, put the dot there. Actually, put the dot there. When I closed up, realised I couldn't see it, so redrew it down there. But yeah, had the dot there, and I was
There you
like,
go.
swing easy, swing easy, swing easy.
Free tip.
And it was great. It was like 35 points.
Yeah.
Nearly. I was very happy with it.
Well done.
Very good.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. I'm actually surprised with the control of the swearing.
Yeah. Well,
Have you
that
been
was,
pulled up? Have you?
Oh yeah, I've certainly just been not pulled up, but I've just seen some feedback of, geez, just maybe lay off it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And listening back to my own podcast, I was like, every second word is an F and an S.
On my channel on YouTube, we don't swear on this channel. That's like a very commonly said thing on my. It's like as soon as someone swears, it's like, hey, because I have to edit it, and every time they swear, I have to put a beep on it. So it's like every swear I have. It's more work, so just don't swear. Yeah. Unless I go on a bit of a rant, then
you can drop as many as you want. Yeah, no, I've only got $2 in there today. I'm happy with that.
Talking about YouTube, I started emailing some clubs in Brisbane. Got some clubs locked in.
Nice.
So hang on, I'm going to forget this wrong.
Goes Sunshine Coast.
Coast, sorry. So Marucci
Door.
Yep. That's Pelican Waters. Mount Coolum. Then I'm still waiting to hear back from Twin Waters, Palmer Coolum. That's been a bit sketchy. People didn't want me to play it, and then they don't because of Palmer.
Yeah, well,
people aren't fans of him. Obviously, I don't really.
Everyone's been getting these trumpet texts.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a golf course more than.
Is he who's been texting me?
He's the trumpet text.
Don't want
guy.
to play there.
He
I don't care.
He just quit Parliament after spending. He just resigned from Parliament after a $250 million campaign that just went down the toilet. He's a multi-billionaire, so it's a drop in the pond for him. But
do we play there? We don't care about that stuff.
Surely
We're just there for golf.
Stuff that, we're not into politics. We just try and shoot 86. Do you know, like
yeah. I think the best thing, like the biggest stance you could make against him sending all those texts is to go and break 80 there.
80?
Joel, you break 70. You break 70. If you go out there and break par there, that'll be
you know what?
That'll really
we'll
stick
put
it to
that
him.
back to the viewers. This is how much we don't like him. We're going to go to his course and we're going to break
the
par.
record.
Then I'm going to send him a text.
Yeah, I'm going to get his number and send him a text.
Do you want to watch this video? Here's the link.
Here's the link. Please like and subscribe and turn notifications on.
Oh, speaking of like and subscribe, I wanted to a bit of housekeeping stuff.
Yeah, sure.
We haven't done any housekeeping this whole time we've been in this podcast. So we're on YouTube.
We are certainly on YouTube.
We're going nearly 1,000.
We're flying.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not subscribed, hit it. We'd like to get to 1,000 just instantly.
Even if you're just listening to this and not watching it, go on YouTube.
Jump on
the swing
YouTube.
of it.
You're missing out on some serious eye candy, though, I would say.
Yeah, that's
Joel's
true.
wearing a lovely
Mustard
The mustard on. I had the work shirt on before. I took it off.
You wouldn't
blends
be able
in
to
with the neck burn. I
You
reckon.
wouldn't be able to
might burn.
see.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to see the wild swing Golf Co. beautiful Cali polo that I've got on with the accompanying hat.
And I'm trying a new design. No, I'm not. Hang on.
Yeah,
Same.
you're wearing the exact same thing.
A couple fellas from the club said they prefer watching the YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, they chuck it on the computer while they're working on the other screen and whatnot. We're on all listening apps. You can get us
Everywhere.
anywhere.
Yep.
And we've now officially got a website
Yes.
where you can go on. It's theswingofit.com.au.
Yep.
You go up there on the top left-hand side. You can go in and click on, I think it says voice messages, and you can just leave us a voice message. There's also another section where you can add your swing, send a video through,
send a
that kind of thing.
through, Yep.
Was that ranking I sent through correct? Was that legit?
Yeah, also with the number one ranked Australian golf podcast in the country or something.
Yeah. I was just trying to see what other
Yeah.
podcasts are out. And it had Apple rankings for golf in Australia, and we were number one.
Well, there you go.
So I explained that.
I'm happy with it.
If you just stopped swearing, we'd probably
we'd be
a bit further ahead.
Well, that's the
but
thing.
it's
How much further can we be? What's higher than one?
I
just keep swearing.
Yeah, exactly. Throw that jar out the window.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're listening.
Yeah.
So that's but it's not number one of Australian golf podcasts. It's listened to from Australia.
Yeah.
So that's like Rick Shields. That's
Yeah.
Foreplay. That's every golf we're the number one listened to.
And
Crazy.
all of a sudden,
What are you guys doing?
Golf Box? Do you want to get on now, or do you want to miss your opportunity? Drummond, TaylorMade, Callaway, Titleist. There's options.
Strixon. STR, however everyone says it. Strixon for some reason.
There is
Galloway.
opportunities here, and if you want to jump on the train before it leaves the station, feel free.
I think that was the only housekeeping stuff I wanted to do.
I
Only
had
because
another bit of
the
housekeeping.
reason why
Another bit of housekeeping.
is because last week when we did the video, a lot of people, I think I did say jump on YouTube, but a lot of people got in their car listening going, I wish I could watch this. Where can I watch this?
Yeah, watch it on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, that checks out.
Aren't we getting some video swings today?
So
Is
that's
that happening?
Oh, did I have any other housekeeping? I might have had something, but it's escaped my mind. That was what I had. We're still in the mix. We're going to work out this drunk round of golf.
Huh.
We have to figure it out.
Well, it can't be for at least 2 weeks because I'm off the beers.
Off
for a
the
couple of
beers,
weeks, yeah.
and you've got obviously club champs to focus on. So that's
Is it when we hit 1,000 subs?
No, because I've got a feeling it's going to come up very, very
that'll
soon.
come up.
okay.
That'll come up
Yeah,
next
like
week.
that should be by
2,000.
the weekend. When we hit 5,000 subs
Wow,
on YouTube.
Whoa. That's
No,
pretty
I
big for
reckon
a
we'll
podcast. For a podcast? Is that a lot for a podcast?
I don't know. I feel like we got to
we'll get
1,000
there.
pretty
Yeah, I
quickly.
feel like we've got to 1,000 in a minute.
Okay.
So my
There's a guy I can't even
Jaden's
see
taking
him.
us in.
Where's the short guy behind there? Oh, right. Oh, it's a different bloke. Sorry.
Jane's not short. He's like 6'4".
Sorry,
Okay, so yeah, when we hit 5,000 subscribers, we'll do our drunk round of golf.
Let's lock that in.
Yeah, and if that seems like okay, let's call it 5,000 or 4 months, whatever comes first.
Yep, I love that.
I might have just got fired, but that's all right.
Because I don't think it's a fair fight because I'll be coming out of this month off the beers.
Yeah, of course.
I need
You
to
need
practice.
you need
Fair
practice.
fight. Look at me.
Hey,
2 pints.
yeah, I'm going to be training, like Rocky
you will
1,
be.
running through the street.
Yeah.
Guinness.
All right. Okay, yeah, but that's going to definitely happen. And then obviously you just mentioned before on the website you can send in voice messages, you can send in swing ideas.
Yep.
What, Dan? Have we got anything back there that we can whack on to show? Because I think we've had like 100 submissions.
We've had a lot. We've
had
actually
heaps.
had a lot.
Righto, Jaden is the guy to ask, but he's just ducked out to maybe. I think Jaden's done a poo, so we're Jaden's on the toilet. I'll finish on this.
I down at the cut. Do you remember? Was it last week or possibly the week before? Someone sent in a swing and it was from behind, and the bloke did the bloke at the cut was
you
the
meet
guy
him?
who sent the video. Yeah, big fan of the podcast. Okay,
That's huge. Jaden actually sent this through to us, and I'm going to finish on this, and I want everyone's thoughts on it. This is a feel-good story, but also a golf confession. I don't know if you read it on the thing.
It was too long for me.
I've got another thing. Yep. Okay. Sorry. A terrible story.
All right, how about this? This is a golf confession. I was golfing a dogleg left, and if you play from the back tees, you've got no hope. Very narrow. If you're playing from the ladies or the senior tees, you can go over the trees. We were on the green, and a ball landed on my green and hit my foot. I was so annoyed because it was a really bad hole for me, and I kicked the ball. It went towards the hole, hit the flagstick, and went in. Then the sweetest old man comes around the corner in his cart, apologising profusely for not yelling for, and hopes he didn't hurt anyone. We all said, it was okay. He asked if he had seen his ball, and we all froze. I was about to tell him I kicked it and it went into the hole, but you should place it right here. But one of his friends said, you aren't going to believe this, mate. It went in the hole. He ran to the hole and started jumping up and down and crying. Said he had been playing since he was a kid and never had a hole-in-one, let alone on a par 4. Used to play with his dad and never had a hole-in-one with his dad, and then his dad died. Played with his wife and never had one with his wife, and then she passed away. Then played with his son, never had one with them, and then his son passed away. He now plays alone every day. We were 4 grown men listening to this story. I started to cry. All my mates started to cry. The rest of the guys were all crying. We all hugged the old man. He joked that he only had one thing left to do on this earth, and now he could die happy. Everyone at the course heard what happened. He got an award and has his name on a plaque in the clubhouse. We signed his hole-in-one as a witness, and he died 5 days later.
Oh,
That's
man.
play on, I think. You just got to let that.
Yeah,
you have to.
jeez.
Yeah.
What are you doing in that situation? So let's not.
Well, that my story is incredibly similar.
Okay.
Without the
let's
feel
roll.
good at the end.
Yeah, go your. Oh, so.
There's no
Well, the
way.
feel good. Hang on a minute. The feel good at the end, the guy died.
Oh, well,
Just
you're
anyway,
happy.
is that real?
I feel like that has to be fake, but it's so fake that it can't be. You just had to have.
It's plausible.
It had to have been real, doesn't it?
Do you know, like,
What are you doing in that situation?
you're shaking him and saying, mate, you're the best. Well done.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can die
There's
happy
no
now.
way you kick his foot, and if you kick the ball and it goes in, and he comes up there and he's you have to say it went in, don't you?
Yeah.
You take it to your grave.
You break it down, though, and if you want to get into the real specifics of it, he's kicked it, right? Goes in the hole. You're looking at each other going, better take it out. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because then you got to remember he's just driving off the tee and it's a dog leg left, plays long.
Yeah, you
right.
take it out straight away.
He's at least 35, 45, to 2 minutes away.
Yeah.
There's time to take it out. You've probably finished your putt. You've taken it out. It's, if you really want to break the story down, I'm calling BS on it.
Take it out straight away. Yeah.
But if it was a real scenario, sure, mate, you
Yeah.
are shaking his hand and you're helping shine the
the
on the
plaque.
plaque.
Yep.
Yeah. Good on you, mate.
Well,
What is your story?
my story, I gave him a lesson and he had a whopping bruise on the back of his calf. And he played Araluen 2 days earlier, and there was a bloke behind him that kept hitting up on him on their group. And on one of the par fours on the back nine, he's driven the ball and it smoked him in the back of the leg.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, surely you've had an argument or anything. He goes, no, I just put the ball in the hole and walked off. So this bloke, if there's a bloke at Araluen claiming he had a hole-in-one on a par four, he's full of crap. It didn't happen. He's been hitting up on people all day, and that's what actually happened.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
How long ago was this?
This would have been a week ago.
So
it's
this is
only
the
happened
pla-
a week ago. It was
we've
a bloke
exposed
claiming it. I'm happy to expose him because he hit him up. He said it happened like all day. Just kept
Hitting up
hitting
on him all day, all day, all
and
day.
rather than getting angry, he put it in the hole and made this guy believe he had a hole-in-one for some reason. But I said I wanted to call it out. Yeah. If there's a guy walking around with his chest out, please tell him.
I'm sure someone in this podcasting listening
He
community
probably would have three-whacked for a par.
Considering
know
we're the
that.
number one listened to golf podcast in Australia.
Someone
will know
will
someone
get back
who's
to
heard
He
it.
wrote
that
in.
story.
He wrote in as well.
Let's
Who
work
wrote it?
this back.
My guy that had the lesson. He wrote in saying, I had to tell you
This
this
guy
story.
will be devastated.
I'm all for it too. Don't hit up on people.
Yeah,
we
don't
talked
hit up
about
on
it.
people.
Oh,
I
yeah,
agree.
not a fan of that.
As that town nearly
You're
falls
falling
off,
apart.
I'm looking at the time and this could go on forever, and this is the best part about this podcast. It literally
I still have so
much
like
to
we'll
talk
wrap
about.
it up, but I still have so much to say.
just can chat forever. It's the best.
That is one of the. I've had a lot of feedback. I'm sure as of you two have. People really like this because it's just relatable golf content. There'd be three other blokes sitting in a clubhouse right now
Talking about the exact same
having
thing.
the exact same chat.
And also, it's like you play your club champs on the weekend. You go home to your wife and kids. Does your wife want to hear about you?
Doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in the shower and I was like, Fee,
Check out me six
Yeah,
signs.
I'm third on the net.
Oh, it's
Fee,
a bit short of that, mate. It's about a 9
I'm one off the net winner, Fee.
No, like, yeah, because that's
Shut up, Joel.
That was this. I was like, because I don't want to drag it on, but I've got major dental surgery coming up, and it's possibly going to affect round 4. Yeah, and I rang
Surely
the
push that
dentist,
back.
and they said we can move it if you like.
Yes.
And my wife says, "There's no way you're going to move your dentist appointment." I was like, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm like, Fee, you don't.
Fee, yeah,
you
Fee,
actually
Fee,
don't
Fee,
get
Fee,
this.
sorry.
Do you want me to write her a note? I'll let her know.
Yeah.
No, I
think-
won't. She scares me.
No, we've called her out on the podcast. That's
Yeah,
fine.
and she will definitely listen.
Yeah,
That's
we're safe, boys.
we definitely move that. So that's not
100% moving it. Yeah, there would be not too many. Like I've moved work, like I've scheduled work around the whole surgery, but obviously
You're not
I
scheduling this.
I can't move 4th round of club champs, so
Why would you?
I reschedule the appointment.
I approve.
Yep, I'm happy with that too.
Done. 3 out of 3.
Yeah, brilliant. All right. Well, as it is, we could literally talk about this stuff all day long. Actually, before we leave, any tips from just a quick butcher tip?
Oh yeah, you wanted more butcher tips.
We want a more butcher chat. Just one, a throwaway butcher tip.
Yeah, okay, quick one. Before you cook your steak, let it rest or like bring it to room temperature.
Yeah.
Don't salt and pepper it before, like as you're letting it salt and pepper it right before you throw it on the pan, hot pan, and then let it rest for half the amount of time that you cooked it. Trust me, let it rest. That'll save your steak. That's the best way to go about it. And then if you really want a nice finish, half a cup of red wine in the dirty pan that's got all the steak in it, half a cup of red wine, a tablespoon of hoisin sauce, and a knob of butter, real butter. Give it a stir. You've just got a real quick, cheap red wine jus.
Goodness gracious me.
Yep.
Nice.
Trust me. And if you didn't understand what I said, listen back to it and
do that.
Thank me later.
Yeah. That's butcher tips.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Anyway,
I had a big T-bone the other day and did that.
Yeah, Andrew just listened to the pod and he goes, geez, I was pissing myself at the butcher chat. So I think we just try and work in a little bit of butchery. Is that what it's called?
Did
Butchery?
you just swear?
Yeah, there was a
Butcher,
P in
there was an
there.
S in there, so that's
yeah.
that's 3. A little bit of butchery.
Yeah,
what
I'm
it's
just going to chuck it in.
Yeah. Anyway, speak to you next week.
Cheers.
Thanks. Oh, that is just so funny.